Hello, welcome to Texture Myth. In our last session, we discussed about trim L function. In this session, we will learn about the trim R built-in function. So let's go to the program. So this is also similar to the trim function or trim L function. The difference is only one that we will discuss in this session. So here we are using star free format for fully free for writing the code in fully free format. And on from line number 8 we have started with the control options, and we are setting two control option, no debug IO and src so below to that we are just declaring that variables, and there are here we have declared two variable, technology and result, which is of type character and of length 20, and we are just initializing these two variables so that it will not contain any kind of garbage value. Below to that we are assigning some value to the technology variable. So here you can see that I have assigned this a string like space double dollar space, and the there are a few more characters in this string, right? So and line number 21 we are just displaying it as it is without using trim r function. But below to that we are using this string as a source string, and we'll use that trim r function to trim the particular values. So here syntax is almost same as triml, just we need to replace L with R. So what it will do, it will trim your spaces and the characters that you have passed as a second argument from your string, but only from right hand side. It will not affect anything from left side or in between. Okay. So syntax is also same, like you have to pass the source string as a first argument, then you can pass the characters to trim as a second argument. And here also it is not mandatory parameter, you can remove this, it is optional, and if needed then only you can pass this parameter, otherwise by default it removes the blank spaces. All right, from line number 27 what we are doing, we are using trim r function on source string technology. After a colon we are passing space and dollar. So here we are using this second parameter. Why? Because I want to remove space as well as dollar from right hand side of my value. So what it will do, it will remove these values. Okay, it will not affect these values, it will not remove this space and dollar from left side or in between the string. It only affect the string from right hand side, trim the string from right hand side. Okay, and below to that we are just displaying the output, which is display result, and setting star inlr equals to star on, it means program is ended here. So let's compile and call this program. So firstly we got the display of the first argument where we are not using the trim r function. If I hit enter again, so we got the second output which came when we use trim r function. So here you can observe that dollar and spaces are not here in right hand side, but if we talk about left hand side then we have this in left hand side and also in the in between the string. All right, so that's how we use this trim r function, and as I told you that it is not second argument is not mandatory, so we can remove that also. So if I remove it, then what it will do, it will by default remove the spaces only. Okay, so but only from right hand side. So if I call it again, so you can see that both string are same. Why? Because here the length of these two variable are same, 20 characters. So what trim function do, trim r function remove that space, but again we are assigning that back to the 20 character field variable, that's why it shows the spaces again. But if you use it in some different length variable, then it will not show extra spaces here. Okay, as we see for dollar, like for dollar it removes the dollar. Okay, so in same way it is also removing the characters. So yeah, today we discussed mainly about the trimmer function, and in previous two function sessions we discussed about trim l, trim r. So the difference between trim l and trim r is that trim function remove or trim the values from both sides, trim L removes the values from left hand side only, and trim R remove the value from right hand side only. Okay, and in all of these built-in function we have two argument. First one is source string, second one is character to trim. Second argument is optional argument. If you don't want to remove any particular character, then you can avoid this. But if you want to remove, like here we see an example, like if the requirement is that we want to remove the dollar from this string, in that case only we'll pass this as a space and dollar. So it what it will do, it will remove the space as well as dollar from the string. If we are using L, then from left side. If you are using R, then from right side. And if you are using trim, then from both side. Okay. So yeah, I hope the difference is clear for trim L and trim R. So that's all for this session. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Texture.